What's up guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I am Bella, proud mommy of Peter, the cat. In today's video we are going to start with a new special front-end development. So we are going to start from the beginning. Of course, it's the very basics of HTML, and we are going to start creating a new page together. I hope you enjoy it. Leave your comments below, like this video and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think about it, if that's what you were expecting, if I missed something, if there's something else you would like to know about it. And I will try to cover it up in the next video. So just stay with me. I hope you like it and see you there. Okay guys, so are you ready to start with our first page? Let's do this. So I have here open already the page of Visual Studio Code. This is a text editor that I use. If you know some other text editor that you're already familiar with, you can also use it. It's no problem, but for this tutorial, that's the one I'm going to be using. We need a text editor to write our code, right? So that we can create our page. So you just go ahead, go to this page, download your version and install in your computer. I already have it here. And once you have done that, you have to create also a folder in your computer where we are going to create our files. Good. Once you have these two things, you're going to open up your text editor. Here's how it looks like, the Visual Studio Code. I have already opened up the folder that I'm going to use, so I will just open up the folder, empty folder that I'm going to use for this tutorial. You just have to do the same. It's empty because there's nothing there, so let's create some content. Great, so if you click here with the right button and go to a new file, let's create a default.html page. You can see that Visual Studio Code already recognizes the extension and also changes automatically for me this little icon. So once I have like thousands of files in here, it's easier for me to see what kind of document they are and to find something that I'm looking for faster. It helps a lot. Great, so let's get started. So an HTML file is composed by elements, and we can create elements using some tags. So for instance, our whole web page is going to be inside the HTML element. And this is a tag. This is the starting tag, and the one containing the slash is the ending tag. And most of the tags need a starting one and an ending one, so that you have the starting point and the ending point for rendering. There's one little thing we have to add though. That's not a tag, it's a statement. It's not an element, it's just a statement where we say that we are using the HTML5 version, okay? This helps the browser to handle and render your document properly. Great. So inside our page, we create the first section, which is the head. Inside the head, we put some informations about the page, some meta tags, some the title. We can add the title here. This title is what you see here in the top, in the bar, in the tab. This is what you see. This is the title of the page. And here we started the head, and here we finished the head, right? With the ending tag containing the slash. After the head, we add a body tag. We add a body tag. And everything that is inside the body is what you actually see in your page. So we are going to add some headings, a paragraph, a link, and an image, and then we can see how it looks like. So HTML has 5 different headings. The tag for it is H1 to H5. And they also need the ending tag, and whatever you write between the starting tag and the ending tag is what's going to be written as your header. So I'm going to put here heading H1 so we can compare how they look like, and I'm going to create all the other 5 and then we can see how they look like. H3, H4, H5, 2, 5, H4, H3. There you go. I'm going to save this file. I press Ctrl S, and now I can go to my folder and just open the page that we just created, and here how it looks like. So you can see here the title, my first page, and just the headings that I just created. Whatever you write here is going to be replaced inside here, so it's not going to be heading, it's just the text that I wrote. Let's add now a paragraph. The tag for a paragraph is P, and it also has a starting tag and an ending tag with the slash. This is a paragraph. Whatever we write between the tags is going to be displayed. I'm gonna save this file and reload here. There you go. That's how it looks like. This is a paragraph. Great. This is the default styling for paragraphs and for the special headings, but we can also modify them ourselves if we want to. Another interesting element is the link, of course. To create a link, we use the anchor tag, that's A in short. And whatever we write in between the A tag is what our link is going to be, how it's going to be displayed at. You can also use an image, for instance, in there. I'm just going to leave as a text because we are going to see the image in a second. Click. To define the destination of your link, we need an attribute. In this case, that's the href. And every attribute is defined in as a pair in containing a name equals a value. So here I'm just going to put the Google page. There you go. That's where our link is going to direct us. I have so much hair on my face right now. What the hell? Oh, so I'm sorry. It's like itchy. Okay. I don't know if it's my hair or if it's Peter's hair, Peter's fur. It's also everywhere. Okay. Let's see how our link looks like. And reload. Here we have it, our link. And if we click here to open up, there you go. We are redirected to Google. Great. What else can we add? We can add an image. The tag for an image is img. But this one is a self-containing tag. You don't need a closing tag for it. However, you need a source for your image, and that's the attribute src. And you can use here a relative image. So if it's an image that is in the same folder as this file, you can just write the name of the image. And if you don't have an image there, like I don't, the folder is empty, you can also use the address of an image. So for instance, I have here already opened a very cute Pikachu for us. I'm just going to right click it and copy image address. And then I'm going to paste it here. And save and reload. That's it. That's our first image. Isn't it cute? Isn't this cute? Awesome. But I think it looks a little bit big, right? So let's change the size. You can add actually an attribute here, call it height, and define the height of this image. So let's say we want it to be 300 pixels high. We save it and reload it. And there we go. it's automatically resize it for you so that the image is not distorted. You can also use instead with, and you can also use both if you want to, but you might end up distorting the image. So there you go, and you can also use both. You can use width and height, but you can end up distorting the image like, I don't know, 300 as well. So we make it squared. There you go. And we reload it. See, it's resized now, but it's forced. And then I broke the image. So let's just leave it as a height, and then the width is going to be automatically calculated for us, and we have a pretty and nice image there of our Pikachu. So as I said, we can also use this image as the link. So I'm going to put it here instead. Reload. There you go. And now the picture is the link. You can see down here where it's going to. You see Google, and if we click in here, then we are going to Google. So all that I did again was just insert the image between the tags, the anchor tags that are the link, and here's the reference where the image should go to when you click on it. Okay. There's also another attribute that is kind of interesting, is the title. If you add, for instance, for this heading, a title, I am a heading. I'm gonna save it and reload it so we can see what happens. Once you hover your mouse here over the heading, you can see that a tooltip appears. I am heading. And you can use this for also any kind of element, so that once the person is on with the mouse on something, they see this tooltip. I'm going to add here in the image, for instance, title Pika Pika. And if we reload the page and put our mouse here, we see Pika Pika. Okay, nice. There's also something we can add here, that's the attribute language. It's called length. And if we add this, we actually help the browser and the search engines to know what kind of document is it, what language this document is written in, and we can even define the country that the page is being created or where the server is located. This helps also the search engines to look for something that is closer to you, that it's closer to your location. Let's add here a list. To create a list, we need what am I doing? You need the UL tag, and inside we use LE for the element. So UL is going to define that it's a list, and LI is the element. So element 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna save it and show to you guys how it looks like. There you go. Each one of these is one LI. It's an element that you created as a list. Great. So this is actually the most basic elements you can add in your page, and that's mostly, you use it a lot, of course. That's a lot of text and heading, so that's the elements we mostly use to create the page. And yeah, I hope you guys have learned something new today. In the next video, we are going to learn how to style a little bit, like change colors, change the background color, changing the list style with those dots or without dots. We are going to position our elements in the center or the left, to the right. So we are going to style it a little bit with CSS, and it's going to look, of course, much better than we have right now. So yeah, I hope you guys will be there for the next video. Don't forget to like this video and to subscribe to the channel to help me out, to support me. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you learned something new today. And we see each other in the next video. Bye! Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. I'm so stupid. So be sure. I wrote